So let's get the first stage of this shower cubicle built. Righty, finally got a break in the weather to finish off this MaxxAir Dome fan. Gonna cut a hole in the roof today, get the edges painted up and get it fitted. So I made a slight change to the wooden frame I fitted. So I've just turned the square frame into a octagon. So the screw should fit a bit better. So another hole cut in the van. Made a template that fit over the hole with a bit of clearance. Transferred that to the roof. Like so. Draw down the inner circle and the outer circle so we know where to put the mastic tape. Cut the hole out with a jigsaw. And all ready to be completed. Always good to bring a hoover up and protect the roof where possible. Okay, let's get this mastic applied and get it stuck down. Well, the MaxxAir fan's installed from the outside, all the sealant's done. It's raining at the moment, so hopefully it should give us a good idea if it's going to leak or not. Put on enough sealant to make sure it shouldn't, but time will tell. Not a big fan. That's the big fan. I'm here all week. We can see there's not too much distance between the MaxxAir fan and the MaxxAir Dome fan. Once the shower's installed, it makes more sense because once you're coming through a walk and it's been raining and you're all wet, you can hang up your wet clothes in the shower, switch on the MaxxAir Dome fan, switch the heating on, and that becomes a drying room. And all that moist air should hopefully disappear through that hole in the roof. So hopefully this should open by pressing this lever and pushing up. Hey, let there be light. It's not wired in yet because I haven't got any battery. So like just about everything on any project, whether it's van building, house building or anything, you tend to have to start things, pause them so you can start other thing. Yeah, everything has some sort of dependency. Now at the moment, a lot of the things have a dependency on getting everything connected to the roof, which is why I've been installing the MaxxAir fan, MaxxAir Dome fan, bulkhead, part of the bed. I need to go on to do the roof rack. I say roof rack, it's installing Unistrut, so I can basically mount the solar panels. Now that requires being able to drop some bolts through the existing holes in the roof, but I need to be able to bolt those from the inside. And once that's done, that should be everything that needs a hole in the roof, unless I decide to put a skylight at the back and also the hole that is going to be for the cabling for the solar panels. But unfortunately it's raining today. But I'll do some measurements and try and see if I can get or make a little bit of progress. Wish me luck. Failing that, I could tidy this mess up. I think that's probably a good idea. So the next job to continue with is the shower. Now I've been thinking, how's this going to work with the shower tray? And to be honest, I think I'm going to ditch that idea. So you can see I've been doing a bit of insulation, not completed yet, just the first part, and again down below, first part, with some battens. So now what I've done is, because I want to route some heating through to the cab, so I built in a just a hole for the conduit, what do you call it, trunking, to go through. Now that's meant I've had to just adjust the bottom of that bulkhead just so it'll route through. Now I know you're not supposed to crush the trunking, but I didn't really have much option. So there's only a little bit there. So what that's going to mean is I'm going to build a shower tray and make a wet room. So I'm just going to do some boxing for around the trunking. Going to cut that out of 18mm ply, and then have another think after that. I think I know where I'm going with it, but as with most of these things, you kind of you never know, and they're always evolving. I was going to route the trunking through the wall, but to be honest, I think that would have been more work than basically just creating like a raised channel in the shower tray. It just means your feet have got a little bit less room, but my feet aren't that big, so I'm okay. Alright, let's get chopping wood. Upstands now cut. I'm going to glue and screw those into place, make it nice and square, and then get in position and make a piece to go over the top of that rear section. But I'll do it once it's all square. Right, chop wood again. No, not chop wood, glue wood. Glue and screw wood, that's what we've got to do. Right, let's get on with it. Okay, so the upstands are complete. I've just secured it into position with these blocks of wood, just so I know it's all square. I've added in this extra piece along the back, or extra 2 pieces along the back. The upright is where the 9mm ply is going to screw to. So there's enough curvature in the 9mm ply, so it's going to screw to those battens. One at the top So there's no screws into the actual bodywork of the van at all. It's all using riv nuts, and anything that screws is going to be screwing into wood. Yeah. So next step was to get some 9mm ply, which I haven't got at the moment. So I'll carry on with a few other bits and then venture out to get some plywood. Hopefully there'll be some in stock somewhere. Awesome. Catch you later. Because this is normal hardwood ply and obviously some softwood, and this is going to be potentially, well, it's going to be a wet area, but hopefully the plywood underneath isn't going to be getting wet. But I'm going to apply waterproofing, I don't know what it's called. It's not varnish and it's not paint. It's basically it's a waterproofing liquid. I'm just going to apply that belt and braces, so hopefully it shouldn't rot out if there is a leak. So I've got my nice thin channel for the ducting, for the heat duct that goes to the cab. Goes under there and along there. Hopefully I'll never have to take this out because it's going to be a bugger. So back on the shower build. Okay, so I've got the bottom tray kind of mocked up in place. Still some finishing off to do that. Finishing off to do there. And now we need to start building the walls properly. But in order to do that, we've got to really get the ceiling in place. Now, as we've got 1,000,001 fans, so we've got the MaxxAir fan and then we've got a Dome fan. Yeah, we need to get this sorted out because this wall is going to encroach on the MaxxAir shade that we've got. So I'm going to have to get a bit creative. But what I have done is where we've got our cross beams. Now these are, I'll show this on an earlier video. Basically there's two 12mm ply spacers and then the 12mm ply cross brace in the center, and then at the end we've got a 12mm spacer. But to get right into these corners, I've built these 18mm ply that get screwed straight into the riv nut on the body, and that takes us right to the edge. I'll back out a bit and come around. We can see that there. Now that gives us pretty much completely level roof, and we can come pretty close to the edge of the van. So I'm going to get this roof sorted out now. Need to figure out exactly how I'm going to do it. I might need to create some sort of shadow gap at the top just to give myself enough space. But yeah, let's give it a go and I'll show you what I come up with. I'm not going to show you the process because that'll be quite boring. Catch you in a bit. I think we'll call it a day as it is. In fact, we're going to move on to something else. So this is pretty much the framing with a bit more to do. The thing is, I want to move on to the kitchen, the sink unit, and that's going to live in that gap. So I'm not too sure if I will need to make any minor adjustments to this frame just to accommodate that sink unit. So what I've done for the shower cubicle frame is basically build a frame. Glued, screwed where possible. The bottom bits is, the outside edge is 2 layers of 18mm ply, and those have been screwed together and then pocket holed to the base or to the floor. And I've purposely left off this front section, so we need to fill in a bit of frame on that side, but I'm going to put in a Rico panel at the back, and I'm probably going to need a little bit of room to get that panel in. So I'm going to put some ply across the back, board out with ply, and then we're going to apply waterproof membrane and then fit some PVC paneling and get it all sealed. But not today, Jose. I will see you when I do the next thing. You might see me, you might just see some sort of time lapse, maybe. Yeah, one more thing. Annoyingly, the MaxxAir fan, when the surround is fitted, it came past my shower wall, so I've made a slight additional surround from ply and done an infill or a step on top of the shower wall. I don't know how easy that is to see. Yeah, like that. Just makes things a bit more tricky. It should be okay. Okay, so kitchen wall is roughed out, or the sink unit wall, shower wall, and then just chuck a bit of 5.5mm ply in the back. That's going to have another 3mm bit of plastic on, so that should help stiffen it up, but it's not too bad as it is already. So just got to get these last 2 bits cut. Yeah, I'll get that done today. These may not be done in one complete section, which they don't need to be. I just wanted to keep that back wall as one complete sheet because of the curve. Okay, it's not the best angle, apologies. We're back in the van. Last time we kind of finished or got the water into a place where it's pumping. The heating's been all connected up, so the diesel heater is now connected to diesel. That's all running, pumping out hot air. So we are back onto the shower. Now, what I've done, it's difficult to see, we'd already cut the ply sheets to fit in the shower. They're all in place now. Now I've cut a bit of 12mm ply for the floor and just stuck that down. Again, hopefully you can see that. Yeah, that's been stuck down, and we've there's a couple of not massive gaps, but bigger gaps around the bottom where I've just put some sealant in. So I've just got a few more bits of wood to cut, a couple of 9mm bits of 9mm ply, and then we can start thinking about getting this tanked. I'm not having a shower tray as such. We're just going to put tanking kit and put a bit of hard-wearing outro flooring or something on the bottom. This is my bit that I've cut for the ceiling. Yeah, just made that a bit of a mess down there, but hopefully once all the plastics in place, it should look pretty. Just a box around that bit there. I think because the weather looks grey and miserable, it's probably going to rain. So I don't want to get too many tools out. So I think I'll try and cut the hole for this MaxxAir Dome fan in that bit of ply for the ceiling. Yeah, let's do that. And I'll take it from there. The next day's forecast is pretty much showers, so I'm not too sure how much I'm going to get done, but we can try. Okay, van update. Showers now all been tanked out, so we used the MaxxAir shower waterproofing kit. You just get some tape, tape all the edges, and then paint on this rubbery stuff. The 3 back walls have been done. I can't do the main wall yet, purely because I'm going to use some Rico surface tiling, and I can't get it through that door. Or you probably could, but it'll be a right struggle. So this wall basically detaches, and when I've got that rear panel in, I will then attach this this door wall, and then get that waterproofed as well. Then once that's in, we can put some ultra flooring on the floor, and then get the hygienic side panels done, and get the rest of the paneling done, and also the where are we? And also the ceiling. Got the MaxxAir fan in there, so that will need sorting out. But yeah, fairly happy with that. Okay, the 2.5mm hygiene panels arrived for the shower, and that's the first panel. You can see I've already cut out the 2 sides for the shower, and I've got them mocked up in place. they're not secured in yet and the protective film is still on. Okay, so I need to get those stuck down now. Used a pair of tin snips to cut it. Not the easiest, but it did the job in the end. Okay, let's get sticking. This is the Rico panel. First measuring, cut, trial fit. Bit of trimming to do. And then we'll see how that fits. Well, still up. Floor's in. Just cut out a piece of outro. That'll be sealed in once the other sealant is had a bit of time to go off. We've got the shower drain in there. Again, it's in a slight recess. Yeah, it's probably better. I can see it. Morning. Another hot day today. Going to start finishing off the shower. As you can see behind me, the shower head connected. I've put in the holes for the mixer bar. Everything else is starting to come together. You've probably seen this before, but if you haven't, there's the shower, a couple of LEDs in there, MaxxAir fan. No particular shower tray, it's just tanked, and the outro flooring sealed up to within an inch of its life. The other side of the wall kind of looks like that. It's just some supports for the mixer bar, and it'll also, once the sink unit's in place, it will allow me easy access to that pipe work if there's ever any issues, because I'm going to cut a hole out of the side of the sink. The unit goes about that height.